Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Now, it's weird because Eddie Hearn seems to believe that Tyson Fury is underestimating Anthony Joshua in some capacity because he says that Tyson Fury is swanning around in his shirts in Las Vegas, while Anthony Joshua is putting the work in and getting into the best condition possible for Undisputed. So that's the big question. Is Tyson Fury underestimating Anthony Joshua? Well, I wouldn't say so because when has Tyson Fury really underestimated anyone during his career, no matter what level? I mean, it could be mistaken for the fact that Tyson Fury has given lackluster performances against lower level oppositions like, say, Otto Wallin, but then Tyson Fury always does that. He raises or lowers his level based off of the opponent across the ring from him. And that's not necessarily down to him underestimating his opponent. He didn't underestimate Otto Wallin. He trained brilliantly for Otto Wallin. I wouldn't say he trained correctly for Otto Wallin. I think that he was too light, but that doesn't mean he was underestimating him. That means that he just has this thing where he can only hype himself up so much for the opponent across from him. Now, we heard also from David Haye that he believes that Tyson Fury could be underestimating AJ in the same way AJ underestimated Andy Ruiz Jr. But again, I still do not believe that that is the case. I believe that Tyson Fury understands this is the biggest fight of his career, bigger than Wilder, both of those fights. So he's going to prepare as best he can. I mean, look at him. He's in shape, he's lean, and he's ready for a fight. I mean, he's been preparing for a fight in May. That was when he wanted to fight, but obviously due to the situation with the AJ fight and lengthy negotiations, given it is the biggest fight in world boxing, that has meant it has been pushed back to around July. So Tyson Fury is ready to fight, no matter who it may be. But at the moment, it looks like it will take place in July. So Tyson Fury is getting ready for this contest. I don't know what weight Tyson Fury is going to come in at, whether he comes in around 19 stone, like he did for the Wilder fight. I wouldn't imagine he'd want to be as heavy as that because he will look to move a little bit more, maybe frustrate Anthony Joshua and look to take him later. Although a lot of fighters try to do that, but that doesn't always work with AJ. I mean, if you think of the surprises that boxing shows up, then it could be Fury early or Joshua late. I mean, if you look at the way boxing goes sometimes, it does often flip it. So I wouldn't say that Joshua is someone who, if Tyson Fury takes him late, he has a better chance of beating, given the performances in AJ's last fight against Pulev and Andy Ruiz Jr., where he didn't really show signs of fatigue, and when he did get a bit tired in that Pulev fight, he was able to regroup and recover and get back to his best, get back behind his boxing. Now, of course, Tyson Fury is a different kind of opponent who would not allow him to do that, but then again, AJ just has to find a way to be able to, and I wouldn't imagine he would go after Tyson Fury in the same way unless he knew that he could get him out of there, because it's different against Tyson Fury compared to Kubrat Pulev. Tyson Fury is an elite level, whereas Pulev was contested at world level, so in that situation, Tyson Fury has many tricks of the trade. I mean, we saw that in the 12th round against Deontay Wilder. He will stay in there as long as he possibly can. So will Pulev, but Tyson Fury is more rounded and more seasoned at that level when things like that happen. Pulev isn't so much, so therefore AJ will have to be more cautious if he is able to get Tyson Fury hurt. But when talking about whether or not Tyson Fury is underestimating Anthony Joshua, don't believe it, he's not. He may be looking like he's swanning around in Vegas or wherever he is in those nice frilly shirts or, you know, nice colours and all of that, but he's training, he's ready, he's prepared. He's linked up with his trainer Sugar Hill, and he will be working on a game plan for Anthony Joshua. It's just a show. Tyson Fury is a showman and an entertainer. He puts on this kind of front. He's not someone you will often see in the gym. You'll see pictures of him out of the gym. But we know how social media works. You take a picture doing something or somewhere, and it looks like something completely different to what is actually happening. I guarantee you, he spends more time at the gym than he does walking around in those nice colourful shirts. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also leave a like and grab that subscribe button. Thanks guys.